Welcome back to Redwood County, ladies and gentlemen. And before we're gonna be making through this out, so we're gonna be changing some kinds of teams. But your current team is gonna be the citizens as well. So we continue to play anything as possible. Now it was slightly gonna be afternoon itself. Probably it's gonna be an early evening as possible. Now, we needed to find somewhere else. This is probably for another part in Redwood County. So, we're kind of able to see around here in the mini map. So, it's probably gone too far. Now, I couldn't able to find itself for some kind of a hidden dealership. It's pretty much worries. I guess I haven't any of these bounties as well. So, spawning the cars of free vehicles anywhere, I just went exactly back into start. Or what happened right here that I shouldn't be able to get around here. So if I just turn on everything as well. So newly and rare is absolutely we come into our new vehicles. And absolutely I just already purchased all of some kind of vehicles. Or we own the Porsche 308. I should literally try to make things itself for just gonna be literally spawn. The number plate is gonna be required for Game Pass or custom some kind of a little bit one there things. So let's just enter the driver, and probably that doesn't gonna be very worked. And once it's probably worked, now we're gonna be using for a sequential transmission. I think I should be able to going for around for night drives around here, because I remember some kind of comments that said me I remember that isn't going to be making for much more quite of a little bit for this thing, as the map doesn't gonna be tells me why. Unfortunately it will be loads up for so much for too hard for to do this. So because as you can remember around for many of this one stuff we already to do so, but ourselves, because I just remember for a one-way trip to something else. As we just try to get all the way to the motorway. As you remember in the comments that the last video in the part 1. But now I should be able to find another way by getting all the way into the city. Is I have nothing to do with itself that I just started to get speeding over here, and so I wasn't able to regret things is a little bit for one thing ourselves. Let's go back to 30 kilometers an hour so I'll make sure I'm not speeding, as I just remembered about for this video, or probably something isn't going to be very far, as I couldn't able to get all the way things that I refuse that we're just going to be going to get all the way back as well. Now let's just try to say we're going to be turn right. Oh dear, this isn't going to be going to make things very stuck. Or maybe I should be able to say go this way, and I'm managedly turning the headlights on all the way through then. Now I shouldn't able to get for right side of the road. If I see some kind of a speed camera, I should be able to speed all the way up here, because which is unsafe to United States. And I probably we wanted to say this is some kind of a Chinese sundown, what I just heard of. So when the sun has literally set it down, and because I just eventually reached over 100 miles an hour in about 207 kilometers an hour, I think this is absolutely lose my performance as possible. So you remember of this last video is probably I could have refused going back to 40 kilometers an hour to 30 kilometers an hour, what I just once saw. And which is probably we're never gonna be trying to do is I'm never gonna be trying to avoid the sunset. So we're ended up going into the supermarket, which is we cannot able to get own things like it's one thing or something, or probably we're back into this town, I guess. So we're gonna be scrolling away from it, so when it's green light. So probably we should not gonna be going to turn left. I'm not very sure. We're gonna be pulling over to this thing, and that is going to be a one-way fastest trip. I really think that you remember of this video that I just came from, so I guess that I should be able to head out into the motorway. This is the fire station onto the Avalon Community Fire Station as well. So we'll maybe moving on into our next encounter. We'll be on the highway drive, but I cannot able to show you why. Also, we can't park here in the roundabout, and I should be able to get right itself to do so is even right over here. So if this is literally going to be going into ourselves, the Avalon Recycling Center, this is where I just remember inside of one thing, and I cannot believe this is absolutely what I just remember since Peppa Pig around here. So I actually cannot believe to get around for the U-turn before I just gonna be making itself to get all the way itself. Then I should be gonna be taking it without for a screw. We're gonna be ourselves our next trip. I should be gonna be staying here legally, or possibly that we don't did. So let's just gonna be scroll all the way out. I cannot believe this isn't gonna be going to just a good idea. The police station is on fire. I really tried to make things a little bit not, but no way, this isn't gonna be going for ourselves. Now this is the main town, and it's not gonna be going all the way up here as well, and ended up here in Moyton as well, and some kind of a highway drives all the way completely right ourselves. But our first time in the motorways, that isn't going to be very as possible. So this is the map is entirely that should be able to go around for any time itself. That isn't going to be making for much more quickly. So this is the one-way trip, or some kind of a little bit of these ones before I should be able to get back into one ourselves. So this is our spawn that I read as I started the game, and then I just went onto the city, and I cannot able to make in for this out. So more of them only for this one that I just gonna be releasing up for this map, I guess. So I literally never able to find this out because it's literally gonna be gone too far, and there is no airports, anything as well. The map expansion isn't going to be changing, or else that doesn't gonna be making itself quite exist. Anyways, let's just gonna be continue on the road. Or probably this isn't going to be making for very much sense. Let's hit it down to 30 kilometers an hour. So I forgot to park here. After this map, I should enable to get for a motorway. For going to the fastest way is by using motorways that contains with a large amount of traffic. I really think the first evening night has come. And we might able to end up this video shortly. As we come to an end of today's video, I guess we pretty not very sure that I'm just going to be using the flashlight on. So we're now inside of some kind of a store package. Now I'm currently in 33,000. Now I'm probably wanted to say the tour list is going to be for an upper class citizen as well. So the group, the players, as I probably that is found like this one. We got 3 citizens and 2 bin mountains as well. So, and actually, the night drive on the city we go. As we just gonna be continue to drive whatever we will be taking once. As we just try to make ourselves reverse, we're gonna be making ourselves continually. As we don't want to make things itself or getting a little bit much worse. As always, this is not going to be making for something is a stressful moment. As I just literally starting speeding, as the fog is gonna be came around, and many of themselves I shouldn't able to get refused to. as I just gonna be continue to get all the way down into the nearby town. This is where I should be able to end of this video this way, or probably the nearby motorways is gonna be coming around for many more reasons. Now we should be able to go this way before then. I wasn't able to get for without done. I have something a little bit for intensely that I just not quite sure. That must be gonna be nearby fires around in this area for this area as well. So I should be able to come around here for all the way into this 40 km/h speed limit as well. So we're in a current around here before there must be some kind of fire going on out here. So this is where that I just completely end of this video, or probably, I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be going for making much sense to get around in other kinds of homes. There must be some kind of turning into the green lights, or probably I should be able to go left, which means I'm officially in danger. By the way, there must be nearby fires already that I just said, and because of this only one thing, there must be the trash bin. We got one fire on that house, and that must be a night city drive all over to this town. Eventually that I just got hit around for this, some kind of a little bit one things ourselves. Now let's completely go into make it slow ourselves in 30 km/h. So I'll be responsible for this, and probably the night drive throughout for the town as I came from. Now I'm probably very sure there must be two houses on fire that I just gonna be slightly go on to left, which is very in danger as well. So this is gonna be all the way to the end of this video, or probably this is somewhere that I just completely rental our homes or one thing. So the first houses that I just probably wanted to rent is gonna be slightly unlimited or various cost around for many more pounds is much required as well. But I can see some kind of a garbage truck over here, and there must be a garbage truck, another one. So nearly in the end of today's video, probably that I just wanted to say so. And this is gonna be way more the end as literally as possible. I completely turned off the engine, and slightly this vehicle feels like I'm in some kind of a horrifical terrifying like this one, or probably that I just completely bad at English as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell, and whatever we try to say, that I'll be signing off as well, and I just gonna be see you in about next time for today's video as well. And because I just gonna be end for this video in the nearby fires until that explodes as well, currently I won't be able to do for many much more like I say.